Hello, I am Patrick Astorita and I'm building Mantafarm. The future of humanity relies on us sustainably farming the ocean. Civilization has been all about essentially going from hunting and gathering to farming. Still, today, we don't do this for the ocean. We continue to pillage and pillage the ocean and give it nothing back in return. Thus, we are building open ocean, submersible, seaweed aquaculture farms that diurnally sink, meaning they go down to where the nutrients are and then come up during the day to photosynthesize. The ingredients are clear. We're taking sunlight, nutrients from down lower in the ocean, and combining them by building an apparatus which puts seaweed in both of those environments on a daily basis, down to the nutrients and up to the sunlight. They do that every day by riding along open ocean eddies and currents, saving a lot of energy, aggregated in massive fleets in order to create habitat, grow biomass, which we will use to supply the land with regenerative soil ingredients, ingredients for manufacturing, and potentially building materials. Part of what we're doing is building a first principles supply chain of amino acids for the biomanufacturing industry. What does that mean? Well, biomanufacturing is a fancy term for fermentation. We can now edit the fundamental building blocks of life to arbitrarily make anything we might need, whether that's here on Earth or one day on the ocean of a distant planet. We're doing this now because now we basically know what to do with the seaweed. Emerging methods in protein design, as well as templated enzymes from things like microalgal grazers, which live and decompose seaweed, as well as sea slugs, have given us the blueprints for making enzymes that can not only break down seaweed more comprehensively, but also in perhaps one step through fermentation, make things that we want. In the face of seemingly insurmountable barriers to figuring out how to actually de-risk some of the technologies which I'm proposing, I have made progress. I built a robot that essentially prints concrete onto open face molds using GFRC, glass fiber reinforced concrete, which can essentially make large scale concrete vessels which are needed for this enterprise. I'm building Mantafarm because it's at the center of all of the things which I'm interested in life. The ocean, sustainable industrialization, building awesome products. Now that we understand the fundamental dogma of biology and can engineer it directly, especially using emerging tools such as protein design, we have now unlocked the ability to use seaweed to manufacture virtually any protein-based product that humans might consume. As the entire world rises to the living standards of the West, the demand for protein grows ever greater. Companies like Umaro that are making seaweed-based bacon, or Wild Type that are making salmon, they need amino acids and we can supply them. A primary aspect of our investigations thus far have been in the invention and creation of structures which are dynamic and robust against the marine hydrology that seeks to destroy our farms at every turn. There's fish, there's currents, there's waves, storms. Any of these things have and will destroy your farm if you are not careful to design against them. We have designed modality by which we can use seaweed and build essentially interconnections between those structures to remain flexible and responsive to different and changing conditions in the open ocean. Mantafarm seeks to provide a template for sustainable maritime industrialization around the world. We envision every coastal community in the world having a new beacon for the way in which they interact with their coastal ecosystem, one which is no longer based on the pillaging of the ocean, but the regenerative cultivation thereof.